in a one room, not a one bedroom house, no, a one room. 7 of us with my siblings. And I could have believed that we are born to be poor and it's going to pass into other generations, right? Like it has been happening. I mean, we believe these things in our mind, and it's all because even the people that mentor us are from the same system, of the same conventional thinking and belief system that we are poor and we will never change and nothing will ever happen to us. I don't know why it's when you were in class and the test results came through, right? And they were arranged on how well you passed. Let's say the one who passed will be called first. Again, you knew you had to wait for about maybe the 25th percent up until you get. So you always believe that mama, these things belong to certain people, certain same names, and all those other stuff. But let me tell you something. Being born in a poor family doesn't mean, and I guess maybe 90% of us in Botswana are born in poor families. Maybe poor, you might have to define poor, because poor isn't the lack of resources. Poor is actually the state of mind, right? The way you look at things. But up until you change that, then you get understanding and unleash your potential. But all these things that I always said in the third world countries, the financial education in the third world countries, or the other wealth creation concepts in other countries, it works. But it doesn't really work if you don't customize it to our locality, right? Because when you look at Botswana or you look at the African setup, we actually are faced by certain obstacles that are designed generationally, like black tax. Anyone knows black tax? I'm one of the people that when I started to work, I had to build for my parents. All right? Even after I built for my parents, I had to take care of them again. You see, that comes as a, literally when this advert, chicken legend, where there's a big thing at the back, and then after they eat chicken licking down, okay? Such thing. So you have this burden. You have to, go over these obstacles of having to take care of your parents. And we know of centralization. Most of us stay here. We're a population of 2.2 million, but 1 million of us stay here in Gaborone with a radius of 100 kilometers. We stay in and around Gaborone. So clearly it means that when you are, let's say, Otsana School in Masunga, then you come here, the moment you start working here, black tax kicks in. When your sibling finishes Form 5, they come and stay with you here. So you have a lot of obligations. So the first thing you do, you have to make sure that you take care of the family at the same time as trying to take care of yourself. Are we together? It's not easy as everyone might make it seem. That's the reason why a lot of people decide to be stuck in employment. And let me tell you what happens when you get stuck in employment. Because no one came to you and educated you about something called debt. And debt is the killer of all dreams. Because they say modern day slavery or modern day slaves are not in handcuffs. They're actually in debt. Now, if you want to build intergenerational wealth, you must get understanding of certain things. For example, mortgage. Mortgage is one of the biggest mistakes that people can ever get themselves into, because they get into that with lacking understanding. Because see, one thing that happens is, once you get a loan, once you get a mortgage, without understanding, you are stuck there for 25 years, right? And you can't leave your job. You become a wage slave, right? Now, here's the thing. There's something called a loan. Because anything, a personal loan, a mortgage is defined as a loan. Let me explain to you what a loan is. A loan is actually borrowing money from the future. Say, borrow me all this money in the future. Let me spend it now, and I can suffer later paying it back. All right? In the words of Albert Einstein, he said, there's something called compound interest. Then he said it's the 8th world wonder. Those that don't understand it, they pay it. And those that understand it, they earn it. Are we together? So in actual fact, your loans are compounded. So what are you exactly doing when you take a loan? You are actually stealing from your future self. And you are also stealing from your children's children. Because building intergenerational wealth means building a legacy for your children's children. Are we together? So it clearly means that you are stealing from your children's children. Now you're going to suffer here paying the loan and you are unable to create wealth. That's why loans and debt are the biggest killers of dreams. Are we together? Now let me tell you something about what I realized. Because you see, I went to UB and I did one of the courses that I didn't like. I did humanities. But it's funny because Now I run a company, a financial advising company that have 3 licenses, a BQ accreditation, in investment advisory and insurance brokerage, right? How can a guy who did humanities go and run a company that is a financial advising company? Because we specialize in financial education, financial planning, portfolio management. You know, I got a statement from one guy called Vuzitem Bagwai from South Africa. He said, there's a difference between being certificated and being educated. And I can tell you the reason why we have 24% unemployment rate, while at the same time we have 84% literacy rate, but we have 70 billion import bill. It's not connecting. What's the problem? It's because graduates are not valuable. You know, you just go to school to learn something to be certificated. And then when you join the corporate world or the real world, now you are faced with things that you don't understand. I don't think anyone here was ever taught debt, money, wealth, anything at school. You don't even discuss that at home. Are we together? So you get to realize that the real world really needs you to really, you know, I've said this, you need to forget everything that you were told. It doesn't work. They told us that we are the future.